Now I showed you how to throw and attach the big pedestal on the bowl, but sometimes you don't want a great big pedestal. Sometimes you don't want that much attitude, and it's easy just to put on a smaller pedestal using the same method I used when I made the casserole dish lid. I put on a little ball of clay and through the handle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to score, again, the same way I scored with the pedestal as I'm going to use the wheel. The nice thing about using the wheel is I like to score in circles like we did on the casserole dish, so you can see how far off or how close to center your little ball of clay is. I'm going to score this one. I always score clay if they don't have the same moisture content. Now this is quite a bit drier than this, and so it's going to have different shrinkage rates. You have to make sure that those clays are really married together. And I use these little bowls and give it a spin to join those scores, squish it around, and I'm just with my thumb going to blend and smear. If you want to blend or smear or move your clay, you always use a dry finger. And now it's blended, smoothed, smeared, moved, and I'm going to center it just like I would a little pot. Dang. That'll happen. I'll attach it and I'll be back in a sec. There, we're back. Well, that was rude. You see, it happens to everybody. What happened is my mat was quite dry, and I said before, make sure your mats are wet before trimming, and what do I know? Anyway, we're back. We're centered for the most part, and I'm just going to open this up and throw a little bowl in there like I would if it were on the wheel head. Much like I did the pedestal, I'm going to go down to the pot, pull it across, open it up, into a cylinder. How's that for open it up 5 minutes later into a cylinder? I was thinking. And then I'm not going to give this one a whole lot of, I don't have a lot of clay there, so I'm going to pull it out like a bowl. And again, making sure you have enough clay here for it to stand on the table and go, I'm standing here. Not as tall as the other guy. It doesn't matter, I'm still standing here. I think I'll just give that a bit more flair. I'll take my fancy dancy tool, throw my needle on the floor again, and now I like these things that the spoon makes, and that's my personal opinion. I like oranges more than apples, and that's my personal opinion. If you like it, do it, and if you don't, don't. But it kind of joins it together. And I think it's too short of a flare to have it on the bottom. Get rid of my sharp lines the spoon made. I got rid of the line the spoon made. This guy is a rude bowl. Who wants to be like that? This clay is quite moist. What I didn't mention when I first started is you're going to do this, I can't remember if I did or didn't, but I'll say it again just in case. If you're going to do this, make sure this clay is a lot softer than clay you would normally throw. It's not, you're not asking it to do a lot, you just ask it to come up and be a little pedestal. So if you use quite soft clay, because it's so soft, my sponge is taking all the definition away, and I'll get rid of that messy sharp line later. So that's throwing the pedestal on the bowl.